Did you see that coming after half an hour, Tony?
No, I thought we had good control on the momentum of the match for the first half an hour, like you did, otherwise you wouldn't ask that question. We're in pretty good control. What I would have said about the first 30 minutes, I thought we should have had more points on the board. I thought with the opportunities that we created in the momentum that we had on that first part of it, I thought we should have nailed a few more points on. And was hoping that we wouldn't rue that, further in the game, and we did, and I thought Cass threw a bit of caution to the wind, on a couple of plays in that last 7 or 8 minutes really of the first half, and it worked for them and came off, and gave them a little bit of confidence to have a crack in that second half, and it probably took a little bit of the wind out of our sails, but that second 40, I didn't like our reactions to some of the penalties that we gave away, and and the way that we tried to build the game in the second half, and I thought, we went away from some of what we did in that first 30 minutes, which was, really hurt us.
Ryan Bailey made his debut today, Tony. How do you see that?
He did okay. It was a tough day for anybody to make the debut, but he did okay, yeah. He was solid.
We saw Matt Russell as well coming off with an injury midway through the game. Can you just update us on that?
Yeah, hamstring. He's done a hamstring, so that's all I know at this stage. It's a hamstring. How long? We won't get a chance to know that for probably a couple of days until he gets scanned. So another one on the sidelines.
If he's going to be out for a fair amount of time, how big a blow is that to the way that he seems to be playing?
Yeah, he's been good for us. Yeah, he's been good. He's a terrific attacking player, and you miss that spark. But everybody has their injuries and their injury woes, and there's plenty of teams with those. It's an opportunity for somebody else to come in and do a job. So we're disappointed for Matty if he's going to be out for a while, but we'll assess that once he comes along. Rather than worry about who's not there at the moment, we're still running our eyes over what is there, and some of how they went about things today. We need to be better than what we were in that second half, and we'll learn some lessons from it. And they're hard ones, but we always go away and analyse them in the best way we can, and try to bounce back as best we can as well.
Toby, do you think it's fair to say with the results, not necessarily Warrington, but generally in the Super League in the last few weeks, that there's no standout side in the Super League this year?
It's probably fair to say. Yeah, I think we're all a bit scratchy. I'm going to say to you, I was saying that all of last year as well. I didn't think there was a standout. Our team ended up coming up for the last, to win all three trophies last year, but most of last year we were all us coaches were saying we were a little bit scrappy, and scratchy in our form. We had a bit there for a while, but we had a couple of close wins in amongst some of that momentum that we had in some of those wins. It's open. It's open there for whoever can maintain some form and injuries, and keep people on the park or get some of their key players back, and it's still wide open, this competition.
Do you think a loss like that, Tony, will help Warrington rediscover the form they had at the start of the season?
I hope so, Rob. If you say it really quick, you will. It's easy that way. It's you hope to use any of your bad moments and turn them into positives. I'm hoping so, mate. So we're hoping that's our lowest point that we get to, but I can't tell you for sure. But we're gonna go and try and rectify some of those issues that we saw there, and get more momentum for longer periods of games. And and we're working on that hard at the moment. We need to work a bit harder.
Obviously some negatives in there, Tony, but what positives can you take out of that today?
There was the return of a couple of young players. Not so young, Ryan, but Toby King was returned to play as well. So it's good to have him back, and No, we showed that in that first part of that match that when we do some things well, that we're still a handful and we do create some opportunities. We just got to maintain a grip on games, for longer periods. And when we do that, we're pretty hard to handle ourselves. But there was some defensive sets there as well. There were some scrambles that I thought were outstanding, and there were some opportunities for them. I thought we were pretty sloppy on that try from the scrum, but we did show some mettle in some other areas, scrambling around to save a try. So there's still a willingness there. Thanks, everyone.